Why, hello everybody. My name's Spencer, also known as ScreenSpeak, and today we've got a brand new review for you. And today is the review. Spoiler review. So back out now. Back out! If you haven't seen the show, because I am going to be talking spoilers for Season 1 of The Penguin. That's right, that's me. It's The Penguin. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alright guys, I'm not doing the whole voice here I'm not doing the voice for the whole review. But it kind of sounded like a mix of Jason Statham as I was trying to do the Penguin. But anyway, I have lots of fun with doing voices, so with that said, this is a spoiler review. If you haven't seen it yet, please go watch the season. This is a phenomenal show. And I'm a little conflicted, not with the show in general, just where it's going. Like, I'm like, ooh, are we getting a season 2? Or are we not? Because we heard things that Colin Farrell doesn't like putting on the makeup for like 4 hours, like sitting down for like 4 hours in a chair and such. And the way the show ends, anyway, let's go. I'm trying to do this with no notes here. I also want to do like 3 other ranking videos. I'm trying to like do some work here. It's very fun. Today's a holiday, so I'm going to try to make Veterans Day. So I'm going to try to like just record some videos. But anyway, this show is like The Soprano. Like when we got the first trailer, it was like you know, very inspired by The Sopranos. This show is very inspired by. And I've never seen The Sopranos. I've heard it's a really good show. I've not seen The Sopranos. I mean, there's shows I haven't seen, but like, I haven't seen every movie or every show, but I haven't seen Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, and those are great shows. But I do want to binge all of Game of Thrones, like next summer or sometime next year, because I love House of the Dragon, and, you know, I haven't seen all of Game of Thrones, so that's one I need to go back and watch. But unfortunately, I've not seen like Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad, and those are great shows. But The Sopranos is what this was inspired by, and this is a great show where, you know, the Falcones and the Maronis are like these two gangster organizations, and I almost said Kingpin. Kingpin's like the Marvel version of Penguin, but Penguin here, Oswald Cobb, as he's known, is the like head high guy. He's like the high kingpin in Gotham. And, you know, we saw him in the Batman. And the way this show starts out with the like music, by the way, the music is done. I have to take a brief side note here to talk about the music, because it's done by Mick Giacchino, who's the son of Michael Giacchino. It's a bit odd. Like, I wouldn't name my son Mick. You do whatever you want, but just Michael, Mick, whatever. Some people do that. Some people like. Some people I know a family where the dad is Mike and the son is Michael, but still a bit weird in my opinion. But whatever. So the way the show starts out, like with the little riff or little motif from the Batman going bomb, 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 showing the Gotham what happened, and I just love the world that they show. It's so intense. The entire show's intense with these criminals, and how Oswald is not really a villain, but they also humanize him with his mother throughout the entire show, and how he's like not an anti-hero, how he cares about certain people, but he's still doing things that are wrong and not like legal or supposed to be done in the real outside world. Really great. Also, going on, just continuing onwards and forwards, the character Vic, you got fight in you, Vic. You got fight in you. You know, it's just, I love, they picked the actor. It's so random. Like, they could have found anybody. But the actor from Marvel's Runaways. He was the main lead African-American kid, like the kid from, you know, the comic books with the glasses, and he's in Runaways, and he's in this. And he has a little bit of a stutter in this show, but his character evolves with the stutter. It's so good. And not only that, but I was listening to, watching the interview with him, the guy who plays Victor, the kid, not kid, but, you know, he's an adult, young man who plays Victor, and on the Christian Harloff channel, I love that YouTube channel, and he was talking about how he might play, like it's been teased that he might be playing Miles Morales in live action. I'm like, that would be cool. That would be really sick. I could totally see him and Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things could easily, or the top 2 picks to play Miles Morales. In live action, I would see it, but I would love this one. Like even though he's been in a Marvel role before, the kid from Runaways, the Victor, I could totally see him being Miles Morales. I don't know. It's one of those things, like the both of them, but we'll have to wait and see. It's only in the morning. I just had breakfast, guys. But anyway, this show is great. I don't know how to spoil things. Well, I do know how to spoil things, because my favorite part of this show was like the ending. Like, there's this villain, this character called Sophia, and she's in prison. She's in the one episode where prison, and there's this character called Magpie, and she's known as the Hangman because she just like terrorizes everything. Like, you think the Penguin's evil or whatnot, but she's like the next level. And just go watch it for yourself. I don't know how else to describe it. She's just doing crazy things, murdering people, putting gas in the house, whatnot. But then she's in prison, and this whole episode just unfolds about how she can't get out. She breaks out by killing one of the guards and whatever. And it's intense, and there's things that happen. By the way, Clancy Brown's in this show, and the way Clancy Brown dies, like fighting Penguin, he's like, just has a heart attack, but also Penguin's like, no, you can't die. Get up. It's crazy. But like the ending of the show is the most craziest thing I never saw coming. By the way, the Batman's not in here. Big spoiler that I'm already bringing to you to burst your bubble. The Batman's not in here, but we get a brief glimpse at the bat signal in the sky at the very end. But how I felt, like, I could go through all the episodes here, right? And there's just so much great stuff, like Victor driving the car, so random, but him, like, when Victor leaves, wants to go to his girlfriend. By the way, the flashback with Victor specifically, and you see the explosions from the Batman movie, and it's like POV shot from a personal perspective, not just the Batman sitting down looking outside the window, but actually getting a human perspective in there. Oh, it's so good. And then Victor wants to go be with his girlfriend, but he wants to, get the money from the Penguin, from Oswald, and it's like, wow, this is sick. That's really cool. I mean, that was like a moment that gets wrestled with, I want this money, but I also want this girlfriend, and this girlfriend was leaving to go somewhere else. It's like, shoot. But I felt that, it was a stressful situation. But I also just felt like, when we got to the finale, it was the biggest twist I ever saw coming. Because, I said that Sophia was intense, and she takes, Mr. Krabs, Clancy Brown, dies. He takes Oswald, and he dies when they're fighting. And then there's this big explosion underground that Sophia causes, based from where the drug area is. Oh, and Victor also killed this random guy. I think his name was Snake, or something. Out of nowhere, it was like, oh my god, he's learning from the Penguin now. And so in the finale, or the penultimate episode, we see young Oswald as a kid. Young Penguin as a kid. And he just... Big spoiler, I did not see that he was going to kill his brothers at all. Just trap him in the tunnels. And the mom... You don't know, it's just left wondering, what's going to happen next. And the mom, he's just sitting there with his mom watching TV, and he's fine. I mean, and then it just continues the episode. And then the next episode, in the finale, is it's said that the mom knew this whole time that police came and told her what happened. Told her what happened about the sons being trapped in there. She had two sons. She had 3 sons, 2 that were trapped in there, and Oswald came back. And I'm like, whoa, she knew this whole time. And Sophia kidnapped the mom, Frances, and Oswald was kidnapped as well. So, kidnapped by someone else. So they're at the same place. They're at this bar named Monroe's, and trying to get Oswald to spill the beans. Sophia was gonna chop off the pinky like Oswald did to somebody else earlier in the season. It's just so crazy. It was so tense, and sadly enough, after these moments unfold, after these lines of dialogue, Oswald's mom has a stroke, and Oswald's mom tells the Penguin to say, if that, just put me out of my misery if something bad happens. So unfortunately, the mom has a bad stroke. She's at the hospital. Oswald says some devious stuff to a councilman to arrest Sophia. Sophia's arrested again, and then Vic and the Penguin are talking about the mom, about hopefully she's okay. I'm sorry, blah blah blah, like things, dialogue, like I'm sorry for your loss or whatever the case may be. That's kind of how it went down, and then Penguin kills Vic. So because of that, like, again, this whole season is crazy. It's nuts. There's drugs. There's like Breaking Bad, Soprano mixed. Like there's sides going on. But then I was like, oh, like this show is great. It's crazy. Its writing's unbelievable. Like it's so much better than Agatha. Agatha was good in its own right, but dumb ending. For me, this show felt like good. Like really, like don't get me wrong, it's not bad. Like the ending is phenomenal. It's a crazy ending, but it leaves me to wonder, no season 2. Like great show, but we're all done. Like, it doesn't mean that it was a bad ending. Great ending. Like, phenomenal show. Like, Peacemaker, I can see getting a season 2. This, I don't. I could be terribly wrong, and we're just not getting Victor, obviously. But we'll have to wait and see. So Victor's gone. Penguin goes back to his room, or his apartment, wherever he's living now. Penthouse, or whatever he called it. He dresses up exactly like a penguin, like in the suit, his top hat, and his mom's in the hospital bed, like in one room. He's like talking with her. Then he walks off to go see Eve, who is I think the woman he liked. She's dressed up in the same dress that his mom was in the Monroe's area, and her makeup's done all the same. And he's like calling her Ma. He's like, Ma, I love you. Tell me you love me. Tell me I did good. And I'm like, what? So he's supposed to be like dancing with his mom, but his mom's like dying over there in a hospital bed. I'm like, that's freaky. That's a little bit weird. All right, and it just ends with like a bat signal in the corner, in the sky. I'm like, okay. Now let's go to the Batman 2. I'm very excited for the Batman 2. I can't wait to see what villains are in there. But yeah, I mean, to me, this was great ending. A little weird, like, excuse me, not as weird as Agatha's ending. That was just dumb weird. But this is like, why would you be dancing with your mom, who's not your mom? Someone you're calling your mom. I don't know. Anyway, phenomenal ending. Great show. 10 out of 10. It's not, even though I'm calling the show a 10 out of 10, like it's an A+, this is not my top 10 shows of all time, but it's definitely deserved. Like, it's up there. It's a winner for DC for sure. I feel bad for Joker 2. I'm glad this is a win. We got Creature Commandos coming in December, and Superman coming next year. So James Gunn's DC is coming up hot. And then the next year, 2026, is the Batman 2. I don't want it to be that far away. I'm crying. I want it now. Anyway, so we're close. We're close. That's what she said. I'm so sorry. But yeah, anyway, don't forget to leave a like if you did on this video. Let me know what you thought of The Penguin. Season 1. Will there be a season 2? Let me know if you think there's going to be season 2 down in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Follow me over at Boba Fett Jedi Master. Link is down below. That's my Instagram link. Be sure to follow me there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm. Watch the screen. Peace out, everyone.